Captain Moron.
Hello, I am Captain Moron indeed, and it is a pleasure to be with you. I'm a casual Marvel Snap streamer bound to boldly find card synergies that no snapper has found before. I play a different deck every week, and then I post the highlights here on YouTube. And I like to do weird, unusual, you might say theory-crafted things. You also might just say, I'm a moron, so you don't have to be. Captain Moron at your service. We're going to review last week's deck. I affectionately called it the Thanos Fill-n-Kill. Then we will talk about the MVP, the surprise, and the takeaway from that deck. We're going to spend a decent amount of time on the surprise because I think I have some important messages there. Talk about where it is on MarvelSnapZone.com. If you ever want to imitate it, tweak it, let me know if you find something that's better. That's great. And then I will talk about next week's deck. I'm very excited. I've been trying so hard to get one of these to work, and I got one. Very happy. So, quick review of last week's deck. Called the Thanos Fill-n-Kill. The idea here was to be destroy focused, as you can see, but the MVP of the deck was Thanos. We're going to lead into why with the surprise, the stones. I'm going to go over each one and talk about why these stones are so good. Landing Thanos is nigh impossible, rarely happens, and it doesn't even matter that much normally, but the stones themselves are so strong. Mind Stone. Draw 2 stones. That one is very helpful for landing the Thanos play. If you get the Mind Stone, your odds are very good that you're going to land Thanos. All you have to do is make sure you draw Thanos. And if you're playing all the stones, your odds are good because almost all the stones have you draw other cards. Time Stone. Draw a card. Next turn you get +1 energy. This is Psylocke, except it costs 1 less, has the same power, and makes you draw a card. On that note, how many cards in the game allow you to draw extra cards? Does anybody know? Raise of hands. One card in the game allows you to draw extra cards. One card that you can play, I should say. Somebody can play Maximus on you, which would make you draw 2 cards, but that's totally up to them. The only card that allows you to draw more cards is Adam Warlock, and it's very difficult to land because you have to be winning the location, and he's a 0 power card. So drawing a card is a huge power in and of itself. And then this is a Psylocke that costs 1 less, has the same power. That's amazing. Space Stone. On reveal next turn, you can move 1 card at this location. Again, draw a card. You can only move 1, but the thing is to be able to choose that card is insane. Lots of the move cards, like Doctor Strange, you're going to have to coordinate and really fidget and make sure you get the right card at the right power. Cloak, where the opponent gets to move cards. Iron Fist, you've got to be able to play the card you want on the next turn, like the curve has to match up. This is so nice. The Soul Stone. Draw a card. Enemy cards here have -1 power. Tell me another card that reduces the power of all your opponent's cards at that location. None. There's not one. This is the only card that does that. It's a 1/1 card, but it's hard for them to win the location where Soul Stone is. They have to really go hard to get it. The Reality Stone. Transform this location into a new one. Draw a card. This is like Scarlet Witch, Rhino, but cheaper, which is really nice because sometimes you want to surprise change a location late. That's so easy to do with the Reality Stone, especially if you have Quinjet down that's making the Reality Stone cost 0. And last but not least, the Power Stone. Buffs Thanos, right? That buff is really awesome if you can land it. It always feels really good. You feel very cool. But a 1/3 is a strong 1, right? I mean, look at this. There are 2 1-cost cards that are higher than 1/3. And there's only 2 1-cost cards that are 1/3s, and they have detrimental abilities. The Power Stone does not. It has a powerful ability. The takeaway for this deck is that having a deck with multiple win cons is the way to win. This deck, you could land the Thanos play. That'd be great. You could land all the Destroys, and then you have a cheap death. That would be great. You've got 2 She-Hulks, if you can Moon Girl, right? Or a She-Hulk and maybe a death too. So as I was drawing cards, it was rare for me to be like, oh, I just didn't draw the right cards, because some combination is going to work together powerfully in almost every situation. I started the week at 38, rank 38 with 6 cubes toward 39, ended the week at rank 49 with 1 cube toward 50. That was a gain of 105 cubes over the course of the week. Pretty good. Not ideal, but it was fun and it worked very well. As I alluded to, you can find this deck on MarvelSnapZone.com. It's called Thanos Fill-n-Kill. Now, next week's deck, I call it Cerebro number 5. I've tried so long to make a Cerebro deck work, and finally I got Dr. Doom this week, and I tried this and it works very well. I'm very excited to see how it goes. You can catch me streaming this deck over on Twitch this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I do a short stream, just a burst, 30 minutes, try to get as many cubes as I can. And until then, do not forget, I am Captain Moron.